Hallo und herzlich willkommen auf ePIG von der IWA 2019 am Stand von Real Avid. Wir haben hier heute das Armory Master Kit. Ja, Armory Master Kit. Und John wird es uns jetzt mal im Detail vorführen. John, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So, now let's get over the kit.
So new from Real Avid this year is our Armory Master Kit. Everything you need for building or modifying your AR15s. I'll go through a few of the tools in here, but again, it's a complete kit of everything for AR15s. Everything is available separately, or you can buy it as a package together in a nice case. Good storage, everything there for it. So I will go through a couple items.
Während er vorbereitet, sage ich euch kurz, was er gerade gesagt hat. Also wir haben in dem Kit zusammengefasst alle Tools von Real Avid, die man braucht, um einen AR15 zu bauen, umzubauen, zu bearbeiten. Das sind alles Tools, die man auch einzeln bekommen kann. Wenn man das Kit als komplettes Paket kauft, spart man sich allerdings ein bisschen Geld.
To start out with to work on an AR, you need an armorer's wrench. So we've built a very sturdy, very strong armorer's wrench. We've got your barrel nut, traditional barrel nut and floating barrel nut on the back side, castle nut, flash suppressor, buffer tube, everything in one on this wrench. Very comfortable in your hand, very easy to use. One of the unique things that we did this year when we built our wrench is we put our torque pocket on the same end as both the castle nut and the barrel nut. And by doing this, we get a very accurate torque reading versus traditionally everybody puts a castle nut on one end and a barrel nut on the other. This end will work more like a pry bar. When you have it on the same end, the same orientation, you get a much more accurate reading. So then included with this is 3 interchangeable hammerheads as well. So we give you a brass, a nylon, and a rubber hammer. So anything you need for any pins, any punching, anything you need to put together, along with your wrench, you also get adjustable hammerheads. A bench block. There are 5 parts on your AR15 that contain pins. You have an overmolded bench block in there. All 5 of your AR15 parts fit in this block in 8 orientations to punch the 14 pins needed to build, to put together an AR or take it apart. There's pin storage on the back and magnets. So once you put your part in, you punch your pin through, you simply just shake it, the magnet will pick up the pin, and you've got pin storage here. Nice, easy clean with the TPR overmold. It won't slide around on your table, and it also won't mar the surface underneath it, so you won't get any damage. So our bench block. We did upper and lower vise blocks. How we do our things differently at Real Avid, our lower vise block. Every other vise block on the market is a static piece of plastic or a solid piece of plastic. You snap that in your mag well, and they're a little loose and a little sloppy when you're working on it. Ours is an adjustable wedge. You turn this down, it wedges over and wedges out. So for example, when we put this in an AR, the traditional blocks are loose. We're just going to tighten it down. And now we're nice and tight in there. So now when we put this in and we want to work on our AR, we've got a good solid surface. Included in here as well is our pivot pin lock. So now you've got your AR locked in and you're going to clean it, your barrel's loose. That's no good. We'll take a pivot pin lock, and now we're locked into place. Your barrel isn't moving around. Nice and easy to use. So that's our lower bench, our lower vise block. Everything's all in one right there.
Fantastic.
We have an upper vise block. Instead of a traditional hinged unit that goes over the top and then you put that in the vise, we slide ours in, lock it in the star chamber. This part would go in the vise. You know, you have it taken apart and you're working on your upper. You can put your rod on your vise, take your pins, stainless steel vise pins, put it above and below, and now I can have that above and below my vice jaws, and I can't spin it out. It's going to catch it, get a very solid surface. You can't spin it out. And then there's also a lock, so if you just have your vise in there, you put your lock in, and it can't slide off. So those are included in our kit. Delta ring puller for pulling off your D-ring. Grab it on there, nice and easy. This hooks into your mag well. You pull it out, and then you can get your delta ring off. All the pins you need for an AR. So we have 2 sets in there. There's traditional flat pins, roll pins, and roll pin starters in there. One of the other neat things we did, we all have big fat fingers when we work on our ARs, and they get greasy and get oily. So we gave you a pin catch so we can put our pin in between, put that in, and now punch it to reinstall it, and we hold on to it nice and easy. The torque wrench that fits in with your Armory Master wrench. So if you're putting on your flash suppressor, your barrel nut, a castle nut, you need to be specific on and not make sure you get too much torque on there. Yeah. So we have a gun-specific torque wrench. It has all your readings, what you need for your gun when you're working on your gun, so you don't over-tighten or have it too loose and have any safety problems with it that way. Again, all included in here. It also comes with some picks, some brushes, a front sight adjuster, 4-pin, 5-pin, to fit all traditional front sights. At the end of the day, it's everything you need for working on an AR15. If you want to put on a new foreguard, change out sights, anything you want to do to build or modify an AR15 is included in this set. Comes in a nice blow molded case, as you see, clean storage, everything's done and has its place. That's the Real Avid AR15 Armory Master Kit.
Ja, wir haben schon einige von den Produkten seit einer Zeit im Einsatz, im Test in einer Waffenwerkstatt beim Büchsenmacher. Wir werden dann in den nächsten Tagen nochmal ein Video für euch machen und die Teile nochmal im Detail vorstellen. Weil wenn ich das jetzt alles übersetzen würde, würde das Video so lang werden. Und das will ich euch jetzt nicht antun. Ich blende euch hier den Link noch ein zu Real Avid, könnt ihr euch dann anschauen. Ja, das war's. Ich sage jetzt nochmal Danke zu John. John, thank you.
Thank you.
Have you say anything else?
Bam!
Und dann Vollgas. Macht's gut, bis dann, bye bye.